Demo General versus Dr Thrax, but I can't build any units. So this is a round 2 video, and reason why we're doing a round 2 video is because we did pretty badly in the first one. We made a lot of mistakes. So with that, what I've done is I've taken the comments from the first video, so there was a lot of helpful suggestions and tips. So I'm going to take those suggestions and then apply it to this video, combining my strategies with their strategies to create something totally different. So with that, we start off with some fake buildings. So Rag Dragon, they made one big comment, and one of their suggestions was use fake supplies at the start, then upgrade, it's way faster. So with that, I totally agree. I have been trying to get into the practice of doing more and more fake buildings. So it's sort of like I'm unlearning all the bad stuff that I know and then trying to learn some good stuff. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm building 3 tunnel networks. Now, Rag Dragon again, tunnel close to enemy tunnel can attack it, but will not be attacked back. Then you need to control fire RPG. 3 tunnel plus 2 RPG in the building in front, enough to stop every front attack from the start. You don't need fast palace. So fast palace is what I did in the round 1 video. It did work, but not very well, looking back on it. So I went straight for 3 tunnels right off the bat. Now, next thing is coming from Veloxius. So Veloxius said, he said, just build a CC next to that oil and always have a worker to repair it. You could build the palace on the bottom side of the oil, just make sure the CC is more to the front so the bomb truck will always hit it. So with that, I'm going for a fake command center, that way I'll convert it to a real one later on, because we don't need to worry about the bomb trucks just yet, and I want to try and conserve a little bit of cash so then I can build the next thing. And the next thing I want is more fake supply stashes, so then we can generate more workers to gather the supplies for us. Now, with 1 worker, I'm building a 4th tunnel as well. Now, with that means I have 8 rocket trippers total. Now, going back to Rag Dragon's comment, he did say 2 RPGs. Now, that means that it's going to be enough for the starting attacks, but not the attacks after that, because Dr. Thrax will ramp up the attacks, so I'll need to have more rocket troopers and more tunnels to defend us anyway. At least that's how I interpret the comment. If I interpret that wrong, let me know, Rag, and correct me if I'm wrong. The next comment was Guy Franklin. Did you try building scaffolds next to the garrison buildings in the southeast? The RPG should end up damaging the building in the same way as the GLA statues in your China 3 mission. So I didn't need to do it in this video, but I did try it. So my demo of me trying it, I built demo trap scaffolds in between the gaps, and it can damage the buildings, but it doesn't destroy them both. I only really got 1 destroyed, and the strategy has merit to it. Like, for example, if you were to do that strategy and then combo it off with an anthrax bomb, that could take out the infantry because they're no longer in the buildings. So yeah, I wouldn't outright dismiss this strategy, but yeah, I didn't need it in this one. Good suggestion though.
I can't build there.
So I'm building a tunnel network next, and the reason why we're doing that is because Thrax likes to send a few Terries from the right side, and those Terries are going to go for my command center. But because I put my barracks a bit further to the right, I thought, well, there's probably a chance those Terries could aim for the barracks instead of the command center. So with the tunnel, that's going to act as good anti-infantry defense, because it's always just 1 Terry at a time. So it's very easy work for 1 tunnel network to deal with that. Now, rocket troopers are going to go inside the tunnel. Don't need them right now. And with our worker, the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to build another tunnel network. And I built it near the entrance of the command center. So going back to Veloxius's message, he did say to have a worker behind the command center to repair it from the bomb trucks. But what I'm factoring in is the anthrax bomb. Now, the anthrax bomb is going to go off cash value. So if I increase the cash value of my right side, it means that I'm going to need to have a getaway tunnel to put my workers in, so then the anthrax bomb doesn't affect me. Now with that tunnel up, another 2 rocket troopers, and that's going to be very helpful in case I need to use those guys for extra defense. And I go for a fake arms dealer next. See, I'm not quite ready to make it a real one because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the money just yet. So I thought, okay, fake one for now, and fake buildings do build faster than the real one, so I can get the worker to go elsewhere and then convert it to a real building, and yeah, much faster. So, still listening to you, Rag Dragon.
You change your mind often. Well done, General. Anthrax, it does a body.
So, with rank 3, level 1 Rebel Ambush, and level 2 Bounty. So I don't need the extra rebels just yet. I'm happy with just the 4 rebels. That way I can capture the oil derricks and we can increase the cash that we got. Because we're not really doing that well financially speaking. Because I don't have many workers gathering the resources. And see, that's the thing with the can't build any units challenge. Because I'm so limited with workers, it's costing me $1,500 just to generate 1 worker. So that's how tricky things can be when you're playing as GLA. So I'm selling off my supply stashes so then I can generate the cash for a palace. So going back to Veloxis's comment, they said also try to rotate the palace because when the RPG tries to shoot from the side of the palace, they have to shoot from the middle of the building. I think it decreases the fire rate. Now, I might have interpreted that comment incorrectly. Let me know, and also, like, just a favor, if you can you describe how you would have angled your palace if you were in my position in that moment? Now, the palace that I placed, it did do the job. It fired fine, but I did have other attempts where I ended up angling a palace at like 45 degrees, and it did not go well for the palace because my rocket troopers destroyed it from the inside out, pretty much. Now, going back to bomb trucks next. And the bomb trucks have destroyed my command center. And the command center didn't have time to fully convert into a real one, so I've just lost the thing that was going to be my meat shield.
Toxin troopers, attack! Do not hurt me.
So now the tables have turned a little bit. I've got too much money, but not enough workers doing their thing. So I'm getting 1 worker that was gathering resources, and I'm bringing them to the front line so then I can build up some kind of defense. As they're running, I thought to myself, well, maybe I could use a fake barracks. It's cheap, and it could serve as a decent decoy against the bomb trucks. But because the terrain is so uneven, I can't get it up. So I got to come up with a different plan. I was like, okay, well, what do I do? And I went for supply stash. That was an accident. I decided to go for another fake command center, and I was hoping that I could turn it into a real one, and then I can get the real meat shield that I was going for originally. Now, palace is up. I went for fortified structures upgrade, and I put 4 rocket troops and 1 rebel inside. You could fill it up with a 5th one, but I don't have that 5th one right now, so I settled for a rebel. And I want to go for a scud storm next. Now I could go for like black markers as well to help generate the cash, but because we've got the level 2 bounty as well as the oil derricks doing their thing for me, I felt like I could get away with 1 scud storm for now. So the bomb trucks came and they took out my command center. I thought, okay, well, I gotta save my tunnel network from destruction here. So I tried doing fake barracks to distract the bomb trucks. And luckily for me, the bomb trucks fell for it and I was able to save the tunnel, but I wasn't able to save my worker. So it didn't cost me too much more to do all of that, but I do need to get my command center back up to be the meat shield that I want it to be. So I get the worker that's building the Scud Storm to be the new worker for the command center. Because I thought, well, it's going to take time for another 4 bomb trucks to get ready from that arms dealer that's off to the right. Now, I'm going to get another worker to stop resource gathering and then finish the Scud Storm. And with our rank 4, I went for level 2 Rebel Ambush, and I am going to combo that off with the detonate ability later on, and that way I can do a bit of damage to Dr. Thrax and try and slow him down a bit.
For the toxin, but you'll stay because you're dead.
General, our land is being attacked.
Our way is through. Nothing will stop us. You're going to like this, General.
So I totally forgot about the Rebel that I placed off to the left, so I'm going to use him to capture the oil derrick, which I should have captured sooner. Normally when I play, I always try and secure the area first before I commit myself to capturing that oil derrick. So with GLA, I normally do something like a couple of tunnel networks and then a palace in the middle to be my defense. Now, when I capture that oil derrick, it does mean that I'm open to more attacks from that left side from Dr. Thrax. That's why I always try and secure the area first before I commit myself to doing it. But in this case, I thought to myself, well, I might as well just capture it and get whatever cash I can out of the oil derrick. And if he does send in a big attack, then he's only going to go for my first command center, the supply stash, and the barracks. Normally, if you have buildings that are away from your starting area, he'll actually just stay where the resource pile is, and that's something that was in Velox's comment. So Veloxis did say that I should ignore the bottom right corner because the worker's going to rebuild the arms dealer anyway, and that it would be more beneficial for me to capture the Tox bunker and the oil derrick. Now that is a good suggestion, but I do have a plan here. So I'm using my Rebel Ambush. One is trying to capture, the rest is trying to destroy the arms dealer. Now I don't care what the outcome is for the arms dealer, I just need it not to be there. So having a quick look at my front line, a lot of bomb trucks there, but we're able to deal with that no problem. So the garrison building takes out the arms dealer, and I use my worker to build a demo trap scaffold where the arms dealer was. So that was Ragdragon's suggestion, and now the worker can't rebuild the arms dealer because of that demo trap scaffold being in the way. And now I go to capture the Tox bunker as well as the oil derrick to increase the amount of cash we get.
Our homes are in peril.
So I want to build a second Scudstorm, and I forgot about the Anthrax, so I just lost 5 grand just like that. But not to worry, I do have another 9 grand left to spare, so I went straight for another Scudstorm. Meanwhile, my defense is holding pretty well against the Toxin tractors and the quad cannon, so I don't have to worry about that second Scudstorm being taken out. Now another thing I do want to know is, what do you think of the custom control bar that I put together? So I've gone with the duck theme, that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses today. Now, thanks to ISCO, because they're the one that put out the video on how to do your own custom control bar. So yeah, give them a look if you want to do a custom control bar for yourself as well.
Yes. Can I have some shoes?
Silent, but deadly.
There's not enough room for that building. I'm hungry.
Our land is
So I
being
went
attacked.
for a third Scudstorm, and my 2 remaining workers, I'm putting them right in the corner. So it was Ragdragon that said in his comment that if you put the workers right in the bottom left corner of the map, then they can survive the Scudstorm that's about to come. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put faith in Ragdragon and hope that these workers stay alive. And I thought, just out of curiosity, can I put a tunnel in the corner? I was like, yeah, nah, it's not going to work. See, before I had this knowledge, I think what I would have done is I would have just ran the workers outside the radius of the Scudstorm, and then I could avoid them getting taken out that way. Another way that you could go about it is if you build a tunnel network next to the supply stash, and that could be your escape tunnel for the workers. So either one of those things would work out just fine, but yeah, workers in the bottom left corner, yeah, that works too. I just got to remember to actually do it before the Scud Storm fires. That would be the main thing. Now, those rebels, those Toxin rebels, surprisingly did not take out the garrison building. If they took out the garrison building, I think I would have been in big trouble if that happened, because the 4 tunnel networks, well, they can only defend me for so long. Now, 2 buggies did get through here, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have an answer for that. I could use the rebel ambush, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice a worker here. So I moved my worker around. I was like getting right in between, and then I just detonated. I was like, yeah, I think we're good here. I think I can manage with what I've got. So with the Scud Storm, it didn't take out the command center, the barracks, or the supply stash completely. So with that, they can rebuild from GLA hulls. The command center, well, it didn't get turned into a GLA hull, so I do need to repair that.
Our work is complete. I'm hungry. There's not enough room for that building.
We can now use our Scud Storm.
I can't build there. This hammer is heavy.
Yep, so just going for the black market next so I can get the upgrades. And I'm firing my Scud Storm pretty much right away. And I'm going for the Stinger Site, the Palace, and the Barracks. Now, reason why we're doing that is because if you destroy those 3 buildings at the same time, the first building that Dr. Thrax would rebuild is the Stinger Site. And when that happens, he can't actually rebuild the Barracks and the Palace because he's placed the Stinger Site scaffold differently to how it was the first time round. So with that, that means no more bomb trucks as well. Now, I notice on the right side that my scaffold disappeared, and I used my anthrax bomb to reveal the map, and he hasn't rebuilt the arms dealer, and that's good news for me because that also means that there's going to be no vehicles coming from the right. I did place another demo trap scaffold just in case he decides to do an arms dealer scaffold. So with that, all I got to do is get my upgrades and then wait on something else to happen. So I have a Scud Storm that's ready to go, but I want to wait on my other 2 to be ready, and I'm going to use all 3 at once on Thrax. So while we wait on that to happen, let me just show my appreciation to Veloxius, Ragdragon, and Guy Franklin for all of their help, not just on this video, but other videos that they've commented on too. They've given me a lot of tips and advice that have helped me improve as a player and come up with even more like brand new strategies that help me in the challenges that I do. So yeah, really, I appreciate the help. Now, Guy Franklin, I know you didn't have much contribution to this video, but trust me, he does have a lot of good suggestions and advice to give, so shout out to Guy Franklin too.
Our base is under attack!
So my Scud Storms are almost ready to go. I didn't actually need the 4 Scud Storms, so I kind of overdid it there a little bit, but I do have like 15 grand to spare anyway, so it's not like I was really hard up for the cash. So with the Scud Storms, I'm going to use 1 Scud Storm on the supply stash as well as the arms dealer. So remember, these are demo Scud Storms, so they're going to get obliterated. Another one will heavily damage the command center, but I don't want the command center, I want the Stinger Sites out of play. And the other one is going to hit the barracks and the arms dealer, which is also going to be a done deal too. So, reason why we want the Stinger Sites out of play is so I can use my Demo Rebel ambush, and because the command center's weakened, I can shoot it and finish it off. And remember, the arms dealer in the bottom right corner has already been destroyed, so once this goes, we're done. So that is how I did round 2 of Juhziz versus Dr Thrax without building any units. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I do have a playlist if you want to check out any of my other content. I'm Crackler. I'll see you next time. Bye.